So in the problem itself,
Mm-hmm.
this is the one about the book publisher, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, so in the table, they were silly and they just didn't put it down. We know better. There should have been a 7 there. But these are book publishers, they're not statisticians, so we can improve their work a little
So are we
bit.
supposed to modify the there?
No, you just understand that means there were no 7s.
Okay.
But when you make your histogram, you're going to have an empty, you're not going to have one where there's no rectangle because it's a 0 height. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, are we supposed to change, if we're doing the inequality method, where we like do the 0,
All right, so
are we supposed to change like the class name, or do you want us to leave it as just 0, 1, 2, 3, 4?
all right, so you have one of two ways to do this. Donde estamos black markers? Shoot. All right. Oh, there you are. Yay. So when you have data like this, blah, 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 the best way to make your histogram would be to do like 0, 1, 2.
Oh, in the
Or you could do, now this gets a little bit weird, you could do, it's kind of weird to demonstrate up here, but you could do negative 0.5, 0.5, 1.5. That would be like inequalities. Because what's 0? 0 is between negative 0.5 and 0.5. 1 is from 0.5 to 1.5.
But you would accept the first one?
Shit, yes. Right. One way you can always do an histogram that I haven't even mentioned yet, because it's not something we do a lot of, is you can use midpoints. So, like, if we did one that was 64.5, 69.5, instead of doing those, so if it was 64.5 to 69.5, what's the midpoint of those? This is interesting. Does anybody know what's in the middle of those two? I love you guys. You're like, God, this is too early for you to be asking me number shit.
67.
We're in math class, too bad. Huh?
67.
67. So you could, instead of putting that, you could just instead put in the middle of the block 67. So you could use midpoints to identify, right? Because then it would still have a scale, because then the next one, what's the width here?
5.
And this is not really a class, it was just what was going to be here. So with the 5, right? So then what would this one be?
72.
72. Yeah. So you could, instead of identifying each part, each side of a rectangle, you could use its midpoint, which is what I would do if I had whole number stuff. Not classes, but whole numbers. I would use just 0, 1, 2 in the middle. If you do this, that makes no sense. What does that bar represent? 0, 1, parts of both? I don't know. Yes?
So, for 12, we were supposed to do something similar, but they gave us whole numbers. But they didn't
12.
So, they didn't give us the, like, data values to put for, like, the class width. If that makes sense.
No, so that's going to be just like this.
But would it be wrong to do, like, an inequalities if you did
It wouldn't be
something?
wrong. It would just be a little more work than is really needed. It wouldn't be wrong, though. So on that number 12, that's the one about the car salesman. Number 12's got a bit of a paragraph to read through. It says 14 people sell 3 cars. So I put 3 in the frequency of 14. You with me? And then keep going. If you really wanted to make this 2.5 to 3.5,
Could you do 3 is less than equal to x, which is less than 4? And then the next one, 4 less than equal to x, which is...
no. You sort of could, but 3 should be the midpoint.
Yeah.
Because that's what defines this bar as 3. So if you want to do some kind of inequality, it would actually be 2.5 to 3.5.
Gotcha.
Yeah, which I'm saying is more work than you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's whole number stuff, not real classes, I would use those as a midpoint. Yeah. I like it. Anything else from homework stuff that everybody's definitely doing? Just to say something, a couple of people I've noticed have found the complete solution manual, which it's sort of like finding all your Christmas presents when you're a little kid, like I did one year. At first you're stoked, and then you realize, I already know what I'm going to get. Shit. So if you found the solution manual, you're using it, you already know what you're going to get. I mean, you're going to get an F. You're not going to understand shit, right? So I don't know. I guess I didn't quite get this clear enough. Homework is not worth enough to cheat on. It's not going to be able to save you. That might work for some of my colleagues, but not me, right? So homework is meant as practice. In a perfect world, I would make it worth nothing. But I tried that one semester and nobody did it, and they all died. So I'm like, I got to make it worth something, right? And most of you guys are doing good. You're making mistakes, which is good, because you're not supposed to know this shit yet. You're supposed to make mistakes. That's how you learn. You desperately want to make mistakes. And the example I gave before was, anybody play a musical instrument? What do you play? Do you remember?
That's a big question.
Piano?
French horn?
French horn. Wow, I like it. Drums? Kick ass. Anybody play sport? What do you play? Soccer?
Play basketball.
Basketball, kick ass, I try to. Football. All right. Softball. Some other stuff. Okay. So, whatever it is, if you play piano, if you play a sport, do you have somebody, a pro player that you look up to, that you appreciate? Do you? Or no? You're like, I play that shit, but I don't watch it. People are going to watch me. I'm like, damn. So, my go-to example normally, like if you used to play piano, let's say Billy Joel. Do you like Billy Joel? No? All right. Who do you like plays piano? Do you like anybody? You're the piano player, right? Did I remember? Yes.
No.
Who played piano? I thought you said piano.
No, I said French horn.
French horn, that's right. Who played piano? You did. Okay. So let me start over. Do you have a French horn person that you like? That would be.
No.
I don't know how that works. So piano. Do you have a piano player that you really like? Yes. Who is it? I'm putting you on the spot. I'm sorry. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. But do you have somebody? Or soccer? Soccer? No. All right, I'm sucking at this. Whoever said soccer, do you have somebody you like? Not really. Oh my God, you guys are weird. All right, let me do this.
For basketball, like Marc Gasol.
Basketball.
Okay. Marc Gasol?
Oh, Marc Gasol,
Yeah.
Hal's brother, right?
Hal's brother,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. So whatever you do, whatever you like, and those of you that didn't raise your hand at all, I'm hoping to God you have some kind of hobby or something. If somebody in your life that you're like, man, someday I'm going to be able to do shit like this person, right? Let's say that person, whoever it is, Marc Gasol, Billy Joel, whoever, they say, hey, send me a tape of you doing your thing. You playing soccer, send me a tape of you, looking at you and you're not soccer, playing French horn, whatever. Send me a tape and I'll send you notes back to help you get better. And you go, oh, I'm embarrassed. Let me videotape my friend who looks a lot like me, who's really good at it, and I'll send him that tape. Because you want that person to like you. Now already you guys are like, that doesn't make any damn sense, right? They're going to get the tape and be like, I got nothing for you. You're really good. Damn. You didn't get shit from that. And I am not claiming to be the Billy Joel of math or the Marc Gasol of math. But I am pretty good at math. So show me your raw, true attempts, and then I can do something to help you. Does that make sense? Most of you guys don't need to hear this. You already are doing that. But this is a general thing to understand about homework. It's not a scavenger hunt. It's not something to check off. It is the thing that will get you through a course if you actually try it. I like it. Yes? Okay. Kick ass. Yes? Oh, hell yes. My God. First thing you do when you get a new math book is you look what's in the front cover, you look what's in the back cover, and then you see what answers they give. At least that's what I always do. New math book. Oh, no answers. Oh shit. All right. No examples. Oh, good. You get far enough in math, it's like a little book that costs $200, and there's no examples, and there's just homework. Sorry. All right. Yes, totally use the answers to help. There are typos in the answers. So if anybody's just copying the answers, I love that there are typos. They're so easy to catch. Right? So some of them don't make any damn sense. And you just write it down. Like, how did you get that? Well, it's complicated. Can't explain it right now, Mr. Wall. All right. Okay. That's enough public service announcement. So anything else from homework stuff? Yes?
Are we going to go over the practice test?
We will after new stuff. So the last thing we'll do today is devote some time to creating a formula sheet for the test and then going over. I got the answer key for the practice test, and we'll go over whatever questions. Okay. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, no problem.
So, one thing I want to give you guys, this guy here. So this, one side of this is a full worked out example of a standard deviation problem. I lost track. Let's see how many that is. Shit, hopefully I print out enough and then I got more people materialized. I've got exactly enough, so I don't have any for me. Too bad for me. So, if you weren't here for the last lecture, probably should team up with somebody. Go ahead if you want to, find somebody near you and just start working on the side that's not worked out yet. But you have the one side that's a fully worked out example, and the other side is what I want you guys to do right now. This is that standard deviation stuff we did at the end of class yesterday.